Hi, my name is Mackenzie Lester, and today you have the absolute pleasure of hearing from Neeley Mathis. A universally known fact about Neeley is that she has a cinnamon allergy. Everyone knows that they have to be safe when consuming cinnamon in order to maintain Neeley's high-free state. But I'm going to let you all in on a secret of Neeley's that only a select few, including me, know. She is a wicked three-pointer. Even though I was not originally part of the team, Neeley extended her genuine kindness to me when she asked me to play with the Holy Communion Ravens this past fall. Whether it is in the classroom or on the basketball court, Neeley exhibits kindness and encouragement to her peers. Furthermore, I admire Neeley for her constant joy and positivity that I have had the pleasure to witness. With that being said, it is my privilege to give the podium to the class of 2021's very own, kind-hearted, energetic, and passionate Cornelia Jane Mathis. I'm going to go out on a limb here and assume if you know me or know of me, there is probably one thing that comes to your mind when you think of me, and that is cinnamon. I am the cinnamon girl, the bane of existence to every churro, cinnamon roll, and cinnamon scone lover. I am severely allergic and have a talent for smelling remnants of your pumpkin spice lattes from a mile away and bursting into asthma attacks immediately. When I found out that corona was a respiratory disease, I felt invincible. I realized that if I could survive a middle school churro sale, then a respiratory disease would have nothing on me. Also, that meant that since no one was allowed to go to school in the spring, I was no longer the only person not allowed to eat in the dining hall. Ha. There is something about my allergy I can probably guarantee you didn't know about me, though. And that is the fact that I am not actually allergic to cinnamon. Hold up, before you get upset, those cinnamon scones were not taken away for nothing. What I really mean is that I am not allergic to real cinnamon. The cinnamon that coats your Cinnamon Toast Crunch, king cake, and other tasty desserts has been artificially modified for years, and it is a genetic modification that I am actually allergic to. Cinnamon has been genetically modified in order to make it easier to mass produce the same way that peanuts and wheat were. I think we all have something about us that we genetically modify in order to make our lives easier. For example, when I get around new people, I do not talk a lot. Those of you who know me well know that once I get comfortable, rambling is my specialty, but I do not initially hold back out of shyness. Rather, I get nervous that people won't like the real me. I modify my personality based on who I am hanging out with in order to ensure that the people I'm hanging out with will enjoy hanging out with me, and after a while, it gets exhausting. I literally have at least 20 playlists specifically catered to get the approval of anyone the world could throw at me if they find themselves as a passenger in my car. I realize now that instead of trying to accommodate to other people's wants or needs, I just need to be unapologetically myself. I should play the songs that I want to play, regardless of whether or not I think my passengers in my car will enjoy them. I have learned that as I get more comfortable around people and show them the genuine side of me, they tend to tell me that they don't know why I haven't been myself for longer and that they like the real me more. I was at a retreat with my church when a priest, whom I admire greatly, asked us if we had anything we wanted to ask her. After a few others broke the ice with a few questions, I raised my hand and asked her if she could tell her high school or middle school self one piece of advice. What would she say? She looked me in the eyes and told me that she would tell herself to stick to who she truly is deep down and stop changing herself for others. She continued and told me that it is when you are yourself that you have the most fun and find the most joy. It was in that moment that I realized how much I stray away from who I am in order to fit the mold I think people have set for me and how unhappy I am when I do so. I look back on the times when I was with my closest friends and realized I really only enjoyed myself when I was fully raw, acoustic, and true to who I am. I also realized that my friends never had a mold that they expected me to fill perfectly. Rather, they just wanted me to stay true to myself and be happy as well. I want to challenge everyone to try to find people that you can be yourself naturally around. It took me a long time to find those people, and now that I have, I am happier than ever. It is hard today to do this when you're constantly seeing everyone's life highlights on Instagram or private stories. I often find myself thinking how I could change to be more like this girl or as funny as this person. But when I do that, I am only taking away happiness from myself. Don't modify your personality for others and don't be artificial. While this may seem like the easier option in that very moment, it will only make your life harder in the long run. Stay true to yourself and you'll be amazed at how much more flavor life can hold. Believe me, modifying the real thing only leads to suffering and can be smelled from a mile away. Thank you.